Pope Benedict XVI came here. He described his trip to Lebanon as a pilgrimage of peace for the entire region. Now, nearly 40% of Lebanon's 4 million people are Christian, and it makes it the most populous Christian nation in the region. And what I want to know is, what do you believe is the value of the Pope's visit to Lebanon and the Middle East?
Let me tell you something, and I will link this to the elections if you...
Yes, please, go ahead.
Is that, of course, Christians are those who are born Christians, who are baptized, and those who are going to church. And therefore, statistically, you have a certain number of Christians of Lebanon that have a role in political life and whatever. But the Pope visit wanted to say to the Christians more than that, you're not just a minority. You have values, and your real role is linked to your beliefs in your values. Beliefs and values are actually the real power of the Christian, the real meaning of the Christian presence in Lebanon and in the Middle East. Therefore, when the Pope was speaking about peace values, when he was speaking about dignity, about freedom, about the right for women and vulnerable people to live in the best conditions, he was entrusting the Christian with the real message that Christ wanted them to believe in and to live according to it. This is why when we say that we want to free in the elections the Christian vote, it's not according to numbers here. We want to free the Christian vote because we want MPs in the parliament that have the beliefs and the values called for and defended by the Pope. You cannot support Syrian regime and be really true to the Christ message, to the Pope message.
So it's religious and political as well, so it's a little bit of both.
It is fundamental when it comes to values. You cannot be for freedom, for dignity, for peace, and accept that dictatorships nowadays, rule and sever their population dreams and whatever in names of politics. He wanted, the Pope has put politics at the height of values. And this is what we mostly need in Lebanon. I don't want to have only MPs that are of Christian belief going to the parliament. I want to know those MPs whether they are really living
or not,
and being really faithful to the message.
I also want to stress on something else that he said. He said that Lebanon sets an example for the rest of the region because of the history of Muslims and Christians living together, and actually they're able to coexist peacefully together. Do you believe Lebanon is an example for the region?
It's more than example, Lebanon. Lebanon will not be Lebanon without all the communities living in it, in making of it Lebanon, the political Lebanon of today. The Christians in Lebanon have a presence, but their presence have no meaning if they are not interacting with the other non-Christians. The same. The Lebanese Muslims are not like any other Muslim in the world, because they have in their hearts part of Christianity, of Christian heritage as well, because interaction between communities feed
and it's what makes it work in Lebanon.
And makes it that you have a collective intelligence. You have this social and cultural tissue that make of Lebanon a model, not just an example, a model. And this is what we say, as the Pope John Paul II has said, Lebanon is a message, because when you observe really this living together of the different communities, you see, you wonder how it works. How it works. In no other country in the world, the Christian lives fully his Christianity, and the Muslim the same time lives fully by the Quran teaching and whatever, and there is no religious in Lebanon. There is no religious war.